Ben, thoughts? Do you eat the kiwi with the skin on?
I do.
Yeah, it's delicious, right?
Foul.
I mean, I can do it either way.
Jess does the same. It's gross.
It's just an efficient use of fruit.
You got to
eat the banana with the skin on.
Yeah.
I don't eat bananas at all because I'm not a fucking child, all right? I'm not a fucking monkey either, okay? I don't eat bananas and I don't have fucking tomato sauce because I am an adult man.
Very hot.
I'd like to see you eat a few hundred bananas. Nice and slow like.
But yes, I eat the skin on the kiwi and there's nothing wrong with that. I peel my oranges. I peel my oranges. With my fingers.
How do you peel your origins with a Phil Gould speech?
Oh, I peel them. I peel them extremely well this year. Should we talk about Origin again? We're only covering 2 games this week.
I think you're getting ahead of yourself, Matt. We should talk about the Vegas numbers. Really?
Oh,
that's what everyone wants to
right.
hear.
Can we get an update? Is it worth it?
Was it worth it?
Was it worth it?
Ben, you getting some paperwork there? You got something to show us about the Vegas numbers? No. More pineapple.
Was it worth it?
Have you got a date coming up or something? Why are you snoshing down all that pineapple?
This man's snoshing. This man's snoshing.
You never do anything for no reason.
I never forget the face.
Never forget the face. I guess welcome to another episode of Just the Tip. I'm your host, Mike. Joining me, as always, Matthew. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. It's
fucking
finals
sick of
time.
You. Spent a whole weekend with you. Sick of you, to be honest.
Yes, you did.
But Benjamin, good to see you. Benjamin's here too, everybody. Everybody clap.
Pineapples, boys. Pineapple industry should be tax subsidized. All the way.
Yeah. Imports? Like imports? Wait, no. What do you call it when it's just like in the country? Like we keep it within ourselves. We don't bring it in. We don't send it out. Just tax free.
Domestic product?
Domestic product, yes. A GDP. We got to base ourselves on the pineapple, if you will.
Pineapple, baby. Pineapples. I've got pineapple juice. I'm sticky now.
Yeah, I want you to wipe it off on your bib there. What do you think? Just quickly before I move on, Ben, does it look like Ben's wearing like a painting smock right now?
Ben, sit up straight, Ben.
Okay,
no,
yeah, just
arms back.
The shirt is crinkled in a sort of weird way.
Yeah,
don't you think?
I think it's like
backwards. No, I just put it on like a minute before we started.
Yeah, it's got a weird crinkling. Anyways, what do you think is Australia's greatest export?
Okay. Live sheep.
NRL players.
No, that's a domestic product.
Okay, no, we ship them off to.
Well, we ship them off once they're old and used up.
Yeah, all our shit ones. We get them off to Lee Leopards, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
live sheep, but we're not doing that anymore. I've heard, which sounds fine, I guess.
I don't know, not at all. Anyway, it's an interesting question.
What do you think it is, Matt?
Oh no, I just thought I'd just bring it up. I have no idea what it is. That's a blind spot in my my knowledge.
Could be pineapple.
It could be pineapple. Yes, in answer to your question, Mike, I'm doing great.
Oh, that's good. I don't know if I asked, but finals are here, baby. How about it?
Boys.
Yeah. Week 2. Last 3 episodes of the season, boys. We are very much coming towards that door on the top of Mount Doom.
Yeah.
Ben's shown up again, which is, sketchy to the Frodo and Sam that is Matt and I.
Oh, dude, I did not want to show up. I'm so tired. I have not slept.
I got very big not showing up vibes from you this evening. Very big. I'm surprised you're here.
You know what? I've come even though I don't want to be here. There you go. I pulled the next level of commitment.
Yeah, and we thank you for it. We thank you for your brave sacrifice this evening.
It's growth.
Wow, that's great. You might get a Cirky just for that. Good idea.
Yeah, the participation award.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see, a little bit of news from the week that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do we got here? We got first bit of news. The Cowboys are struggling to find flights to get to Sydney for Friday night's game. Or they are asking for the NRL to help out and potentially get them on the same charter that the Knights, they chartered the plane back. The Knights chartered up to North Queensland. Cowboys are asking for a little bit in return. A little fun fact that I learned from this article is that they generally put the forwards in aisle seats when they fly commercial. Which I think it's a no-brainer, but that's just interesting to think. Obviously, Ruben Cotter can't fit in a normal seat. What do we think, boys? We think the Cowboys are going to make it to the game on Friday night?
Well, yes, I do think they'll make it to the game, but it would be really fun if they didn't. Imagine if they couldn't make the game and the NRL refused to move the game, so they just gave another Sydney team, like, say, the Bulldogs. Okay, well, Cowboys can make it, so you're in.
You're in, yeah. Who are they versing? They're versing the Roosters, right? No, Sharks on Friday night. No, we'll give it. Let's flip a. How many teams are not in it? Maybe like 12 other teams. Let's just flip a 12-sided coin, roll a d12, and whoever it lands on, you get to play. You're back in. Congratulations, Tigers. You're back in.
Imagine we just
and a match.
Throw in the team the least likely to win, and yeah, that'd be spectacular. Against the Sharks, they could win.
Imagine Benji is in the Balinese Highlands right now, and he gets the phone call. You got to come back. We've made finals.
The Balinese Highlands, specific.
What do you think, Ben? How do you think you would get out of this as an NRL team?
I think they should be looking at lining up some Ubers now and just drive them up.
You're a well-traveled man. You Ubers, drive them down. That's fine. You wouldn't take the train. You wouldn't organise a bus. What do you think? A bus from Townsville to Sydney? Have you ever done that one?
Bus would be a better idea.
You've done Gympie to Sydney. How far is that?
That's about 1,300 kilometres.
Was it a rough trip?
Yeah, the roads are modern day, the first world roads.
Mm-hmm. Terrific.
Good stuff.
Terrific stuff.
Good stuff.
All right. Also, I've got here Wayne Bennett shows up. He charters his own flight. He rolls in from Dolphin Town. Before he's even contractually free from the Dolphins, he rolls into the Rabbitohs postseason and rips into them. Tells them they're not good enough. What do we got? He was very direct. Wayne has never been less than direct. And he told them that they weren't being good enough and they're going to have to lift their shit. And
you just rocked on.
Yeah, you're not even. It's like the manager at your manager at your work, showing up like 2 weeks before he's supposed to start and just telling everybody that, hey, you're not good enough. You're going to have to lift your fucking game here. I'd be like, who are you? Like, we haven't even had a morning tea for you to welcome you in yet. Like, what are we doing here?
To be fair, in answer to your question, who are you? He is Wayne Bennett. He is arguably, maybe not now, but one of the greatest coaches of all time. And he was there 3 years ago when they made the grand final. Yeah, that's who he is. So I feel he has the right to walk in there and be like, yeah, you cunts are shit. I was there 3 years ago in the grand final, and now look at yous.
Absolutely. But Tyrone Munro must be sitting there being like, who is this guy?
Yeah, he'd be like covering his neck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, dude, you're like 93. Like, none of this is going to matter in a couple of years anyway. I'd be lucky to get through the season.
You say he's dying soon?
No, I'm just saying, like, it's a numbers game.
Should we change the category for first coach sacked to first coach died?
I mean,
first coach dead in 2025.
It's probably in bad taste.
From stress,
it's probably in bad taste.
I'm
glad we didn't have that category when Paul Green passed away. But anyways,
yeah, well, I was thinking that I had the gears for that joke were turning in my head.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think it's warranted. Rip into the cunts. They need a ripping.
They've been shit, especially Latrell. But I think I saw here that he took Latrell aside
He gets a separate talking too.
He gets a separate ripping.
Latrell, he's a special case. You got to treat him. It's always been the case over the course of his career. It's always been like, he needs a different type of care. I wonder what would happen if you ever did actually treat him like other players. If you like, what would happen? Would he break?
He would cry. There'd be tears for sure.
He'd cry.
He'd probably cry.
Mummy, they're not
he might improve
nicely.
I think from this, what I'm getting from this is keep an eye on what Sportsbet is paying for the Rabbitohs to make the 8 next year, I think. And put your money on that. If it's any more than $4, put your money on that shit.
Can we address my most recent sports bet incident?
Yeah, go for it. I loved it because we were in the Mullany Highlands all weekend with no reception.
No reception.
Zero. It was great. It was a great way to connect with the boys. We come down. We watched the game on TV. What was it? Cowboys Knights. Come down the mountain on Sunday. And what was your bet, Benjamin? It was a good bet.
It was a $20 bet was that within the first 10 minutes, both teams would be equal points. So either 0-0, 4-4, 6-6, etc.
You hear?
I went for 0-0. I also went for Kyle Felt try.
Which hit?
Which was the first try off an intercept hit. So within like 20 minutes, I'd hit both of the 3 legs. The final leg was the Cowboys, not the Cowboys, Manly winning.
To win.
Was it Manly or the Knights?
It was the Knights.
Sorry, the Knights to win. And there was a point when the Knights got ahead by a try, and my payout was they're offering me $180 to cash out.
On how much a bet? $10 bet?
$20 starting bet.
$20. Should have cashed out.
And I saw the $180 offer shrivel to negative $20.
You got to pay them extra if you want to cash out. Yeah, that was particularly hilarious for me coming down from the mountain, seeing you post that bet slip at 10 past 8 when the first 2 legs had hit, knowing that you weren't going to hit the third one. Mwah, bellissimo, love it.
No one there to respond either.
Yeah, we were all up on that mountain. So yeah, good stuff, hilarious stuff, Benjamin.
Yeah.
Well,
what did you learn?
I learned that well, you know what?
Don't split your bets. If you're gonna go one direction, take the doys. If you're gonna take Kyle Felt, you got to take the doys because it's a narrative.
Well, the best would have been because I tipped the Cowboys, so so I hedged my bet with this thing to win $300.
Yeah, it's fucking good. It's a fucking good bet though. A fucking good game though, wasn't it? I just caught a bug.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. A lot of lulls in this episode, let me tell you. Dead air.
I'm tired, dude. I'm tired. Let's get low expectations.
Yeah, come on. Let's wrap this up. Mike,
are you going to talk about Ben Hunt?
No, you talk about Ben Hunt. What happened with Ben Hunt? I don't have that written down. He was told to also lift his game. He has been playing to his potential, which...
Well, yeah.
I thought about it. If that's the case, if the Dragons think that's the case, Dragons have recently firing their CEO or their CEO leaving fame. I feel like Ben Hunt he has been the same as last year. It was more apparent last year because he had less good, or the players around him weren't playing as well. So everybody on the Dragon has improved. High tides raise all boats, so they've all sort of come up here, and Ben Hunt's maybe just been slightly better than everybody else this year, which makes the coach be like, hey, you haven't been 3 better, you've only been 1 better than everybody else, which is my opinion on the matter. Ben Hunt has not been worse. Is that the news?
Well, the news is that he's signed for next season and he wants to be extended until 2026. Reports is that the coach Shane Flanagan is waiting. Let's get through another preseason. Let's get through another season. Let's see how going. He's 34. He's going to turn 35 next year. And if he stays on another season, he'll be turned 36 in 2026. In saying that, though, he's actually free to negotiate with other teams from November 1st. Been news that may be linked to the Titans in saying that I don't think, who's he replacing? Replacing Foran, old man for an old man? Does he partner Foran and become the world's oldest halves pairing of all time?
We have they're not weak defensively, but they'd be very brittle.
Yeah, well, and we've got Jane Campbell and Keona Keeney. You're not benching either of those guys. We've already got Brimson out.
It just adds to our problems.
Oh, yeah.
We already have one old man halfback. We don't need another one.
Yeah, and I feel like if he's going to go anywhere, he's probably either going to the Dolphins, right? Isaiah Katoa.
That's my first thought, yeah.
Isaiah Katoa probably not maybe ready to run the team. He's really good, but maybe in a year or two.
Yeah.
Or, considering his old coach has just signed with the Rabbitohs, does he go to the Bunnies?
That's not far away from where he is now either.
I mean, who do they have right now? Lachlan Ilias, done for 9 months?
I don't think he's with them anymore.
I think he's
Cody Walker. Who's their other halfback? I think we've had this conversation. I don't know who the number
Dean
6
Hawkins,
is.
Dean Hawkins and Lachlan Ilias. Those are their options. I reckon if he's going anywhere, he's going to Bunnies.
That's not a bad bet. He would look real weird in a South Sydney jersey, wouldn't he? The green and the red.
Yeah. Odd.
It would look weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't hate that. That'd be fine. What, not for next year or the year after? Because the year after, I don't think anyone's taking him.
Well, we'll see. Like if Dragons are only going to keep him for 1 year, Rabbitohs want him for 2 years, maybe they can finagle some sort of deal.
Yeah. Lots to think about. I see him going. I like him going to the Dolphins. I think that's probably a good bet for him. They're probably the people who need a halfback maybe the most. Although the Bunnies do need a halfback. You're right. Doys don't. Sharks don't. Let me look at these other teams. Roosters could use a halfback.
Roosters have the mighty Chad Townsend.
Oh yeah, quickly we forget the Chad. Take him back, you say, Ben? Not even for depth. He's depth. He's fine. He's a great vlogger. There's a lot to learn from Chad Townsend.
Yeah. He's big.
He's a big guy. And all right, is there any other news that you guys wanted to get through from the week? Any other bets that didn't come off that you want to talk about?
I accidentally opened alcohol. I meant to grab a Coke, and I wasn't looking what can I grabbed. I grabbed an alcohol, and I just cracked it. Just opened it enough to let some gas out, and then I realized what I was opening. I was like, fuck, that's not that bad. So now I'm drinking alcohol.
There's nothing wrong with that, dude. Let's
go. Yeah, I guess.
Did you guys get extra points for tipping a perfect round this week?
No.
Spielzer. Ben holds on to the lead at the top of the comp. You've accepted that you've won, Ben? At what point do we know Ben has won the competition?
I haven't won, but it's pretty likely.
Getting pretty close, right? You need to absolutely shit the fucking bed from now on to not get it. Well, stay tuned. Let's see whether or not he shits the bed. Don't know.
He has to pull the trigger this week. He's got to pull the trigger on an upset this week.
Yeah. I don't know why I picked the Sharks, but I did. And I remember doing that live on the show. What can you do? I didn't watch that game. Storm pumped them. Panthers pumped the Roosters, obviously. We could all see that coming from a mile away. And Cleary's back. Hasn't missed a beat. So good. Love him. He's hot. Powerful. He's thick. We turned that game off at halftime because there was other shit going on that night.
What was wrong? Like, the referee, you guys got to think that the refereeing was fucked in that Roosters match.
The officiating is not. I've said it on this show before. Let me tell you, I've said this. A lot of people are saying this, not just me. The officiating is in a really bad spot at the moment, and there needs to be some sort of postseason review. I hope the grand final isn't ruined. Last year's grand final was very good, and I hope this one coming up isn't ruined, but I can taste it. I can taste it in the air. Something's going to happen. The Storm are going to win off the back of some dodgy calls, and I hate it.
You can feel it in the water.
Doys beat the Knights. We all had the Doys. Congratulations. And Manly beat the Dogs. So I don't know who I'm going for the rest of the season. I guess the Panthers, right? I don't know. They're my second team, I guess. I don't know. I don't know who to go for.
Sure. Come on. Now they're your underdoys.
You're underdoys.
You're underdoys.
The red, white, and under boosters. Yeah. Who do you think has got a better shot at making the grand final here? The Doys or Manly?
Ooh. We'll let's get into it when we tip.
Okay.
But I think the Cowboys.
Are they versing each other? No, they're not. Not yet.
No.
All right. Anything to say about those games that we played over the weekend?
Great games. The Dogs Manly game was great. Cowboys Knights game was very competitive for a long period of time. So it was nice. After the first two games, which we were busy, we were too busy underneath a berry tree for some of those games.
Yes.
But we didn't miss much apart from some dominance by the two teams likely going to be in the grand final.
Do you think the audience wants to see where I got my pubis waxed?
Absolutely, and I do too. Again. So Mike, we played some drinking games we can see that there. Got his pubis waxed, and it's not a great job. I think it needs to be cleaned up.
Yeah.
We did some drinking games, and Mike got punished when that was his punishment.
I recall taking it like a champ, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Did anyone get that on video?
I don't think so. No, I didn't. I feel like everyone took their punishments like champions, but some of us protested a little bit more than others.
Who? Name names.
Someone who may have emerged from a lamp at some point in his life.
What did he protest?
No. We just had a teammate who shall go nameless, who was very against the so-called unfairness that he saw in the team contest, and was not happy with how the punishments were being dished out. I say it's not about winning or losing. It's about making sure that Nick, our groom, is punished and embarrassed before his peers.
Life's not fair, Queef.
Relax.
Fair. Life's not fair. Tipping's not fair either. Nothing's fair.
Tipping is not fair.
Speaking of, did you tip?
I could tip.
Yeah. Benjamin?
Oh.
No?
I mean, yeah.
I was going to say, all right, off you go then. First games we have got both at Allianz, I believe. We have got the Sharks versus the Cowboys. This is just off the dome here. What do you think of sort of like a magic round sort of thing where you go to both days, you buy a ticket and you go to both days at Allianz? Good idea, shit idea. Probably not going to make as much money if you're the NRL, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you throw in a couple W games before those games at the same ground, I reckon, it'd be more worthwhile. But just two games, you'd have to get a pretty good price for it, I think.
Potentially. First game.
There's a difference between an upsell and a downsell, right?
Maybe the New South Wales Cup Grand Final, potentially, which I think is the Bears and someone else, I think. Just can't remember. Sharks Doys, Benjamin. Shark Doy.
Stay with me on this.
No promises.
Sharks.
Really? Okay. All right. I don't know why the Doys are paying $2.34. The Sharks got fucking rattled by Storm, got fucking pumped, and the Doys actually look pretty fucking good. I think I'm going to be riding the Doys all the way to the grand final. I think they can do it. They're my schmoky of the week. I am going to take the Doys. Matthew.
Yeah, I understand what you said there. Yes, the Sharks got rocked by the team that finished first on the ladder. And the Cowboys beat the team which came 8th. So let's put that into perspective, first of all. This is a tricky game to tip. However,
I don't like the way you said that.
I'm just, someone's got to pull you up here.
Okay, all right.
Cronulla, a lot of talk about whether or not Nico Heinous should have been dropped or benched for Daniel Atkinson. That has not transpired here. He's still the 7, not surprising. Jesse Ramian in the reserves after missing last week with an ankle injury. Cowboys, on the other hand, same 17 is now, they're not playing any more games in North Queensland. They're flying to Sydney after beating Newcastle. These two teams, they played twice this year. Round 7, Sharks beat the Cows 42-6. Round 21, the Cows beat them 30-22. So it's a tough one to tip. I think most of the talk, though, has been around the fact that the Cronulla Sharks have lost 7 straight finals games. Craig Fitzgibbon has never coached a finals win. They're known as chokers. They choke in the finals. I feel like if this is a close game, I think the yips and the doubt creeps into the Sharks' mind and they lose. I think if it's close, the demons, as we know they can come for Nico. But if the Sharks start strong and get a big lead, which I'm tipping, I think the Sharks win by 12 points. But if it's like 2 points in it with 10 minutes to go, I'm backing Cowboys every day of the week.
Yeah, 100%. Benjamin, flipping?
Have we checked the weather?
That's actually a really good point.
Haven't.
Sydney weather. We used to do that a lot with Nickadoo. Sunny.
Sunny. Bad news.
What time is this game going to be on? 7:50. So, 7 p.m. 18 degrees, clear. Hate that for Nico. Yeah, Dustley sticking on the doors.
Yeah, I'll stay with Sharks, just because I feel like, I mean, they just based on the whole season.
The Sharks are gonna, like, if the Sharks win this, they're gonna have to face Panthers, which I don't think they can win. So stop wasting everybody's time, Sharks, and just let the Doys through.
Let the Cowboys through. Yeah. So they can lose to them. Next
game, we have got the Sydney Roosters versus the Manly Sea Eagles. Very stoic tonight, Benjamin. Doing your Brad Pitt, or you're just tired. You're doing like really that. Tired. When you were trying to look like Brad Pitt in that photo, you were like,
no, I'm really tired.
Okay, all right. Well, stay with me. Have another sugary drink. You'll be fine. We've got the Roosters versus the Manly Sea Eagles. Matthew, you can go first this time.
Okay. Roosters, Sea Eagles. So, I mean, two games which, I would say are tough to tip. This one, maybe the tougher one of the two. Not sure. Rhea Hargraves comes back from his suspension for the Roosters.
Which makes suspended again.
He will. Yeah, let's face it. They've got an extremely formidable forward pack with like him, Collins, Leniu, and Terrell May off the bench. Like, that's a huge strength of theirs. Sticking solid with Sandon Smith at 7. He didn't have a great time against Penrith last week.
When he put his fucking foot on the sideline, that I almost from dummy half. Did you see? He picks up the ball from dummy half. The ball's already in his hand, and then he steps on the sideline.
Yeah,
not the ball player, the fucking dummy half.
Yeah. That's his head maybe not in the game. Hopefully he's better for the run. Not playing against Penrith this time, which is good for him. Manly, same 17. Tom Trbojevic named despite shoulder/knee issue or whatever he's got going. Pulled the win out of the fire against the Dogs. Great game. Also, as the case with the last game, these two teams have played each other twice. This year, they've both won a match each. Yeah. Manly beat the Chooks by 7 points, round 2. Roosters won by 4 points back in round 21. Tough one to tip, considering, Sam Walker not there for the Roosters. But I think the Chooks, as I said, have a very big forward pack. Versus the Dogs. Dogs a smaller forward pack. Manly going to have a tougher time. Roosters have named a 4-forward bench. No utilities. No extra hookers. So you can probably see what their game plan is going to be this time. I think if the Roosters can keep their attack together and control their discipline, which is always an issue for them, I think they could, they'd probably run away with this. But I'll say 10 points. They win, Roosters.
Yeah, you're right. I think you're right. I just flipped over because I thought about how injured Tom Trbojevic looked against the Dogs, and I don't know how long he can just be needled and strapped together. I like the idea of the 4-forward bench. You sold me on that, so I am flipping from Manly to the Roosters. What are we thinking here? Are we thinking Saturday night, Burleigh Heads Hotel? Are we thinking maybe the what do we got? The Bowls Club also has a little sporting section as well. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, that's right. We've got our friend Lily's 30th, which is, I believe, at the Pink Monkey, I recall.
Yep. Shout out to David Fafita and
Reece Walsh, was it?
Yeah, that's where they had a fight.
I wonder if they'll have any footy TVs on in there. I feel like no.
No, and Lily's thing starts at like 5. So I think 3 hours is probably, we can get away with that. I think that's fair.
We can 3 hours. Yeah, and then we just send the girlfriends off, and then you and I down to, I think it's called the Local, maybe.
Yeah.
Down the road from there. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure something out. Yeah. Come into that, Benjamin. To EP.
What day?
Saturday.
Me and Sam are doing something on Saturday.
It's probably that.
Right.
No. Roosters or Manly?
What? Roosters.
Cool. Thank you.
That I set you up. That was fake.
Yeah. No, I know everything about you is fake. Wow. Quick episode tonight. William Pearson writes, Sharks have a poor record in Melbourne.
Yep. Good job. Next.
Yep. Thank you, William. Epic Armadillo comes in at him. I love it when people fight people I don't like. Storm have been beaten in the first week of finals for the last 2 years. Yeah, sorry, Epic. I love it. I love where you're coming from. Ben, if you're too tired, you can just sit there and do what you've done all year and not contribute if you want.
I'm here. What do you need?
Yeah. You're good. No, you're good. Fuck William Pearson. I hate this cunt. Craig Fitzgibbon has never won a finals match as head coach. And, still.
It's true. Still true.
Still won. Okay, here's something that's relevant to you, Benjamin. Jeff Stern writes, after 27 rounds, the 2 dudes who are doing all the thinking on your podcast are coming last and second last in your tipping comp, but the guy who goes into the episode not knowing who the top 8 are or who is coming first. What?
We need to fact check that.
Yeah, check your grammar, Jeff, but I know what you're saying. Ben, how are you on top of the ladder when you do the least research?
Because I have the most feel it.
You feel it? What part of your body?
I take myself through the emotional experience of each team.
That would be tiring.
And I can predict what's happening based on where they are in their psychological Fibonacci. It's all psychological.
Wrap it up, brother.
It's all nice.
Next comment, Rugby League History writes, great episode. Thank you, Rugby League History. Appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
Interesting twist how you backflip the order of the show. The hypothetical is probably the funniest one ever. It's up there with the umbilical cord hypothetical. Not sure what you were smoking when you said the umbilical cord. Which end would you start eating it from, I think is what it was.
That's right. No, the baby end of the woman end.
Huh?
That was the week before.
Yeah, the one last week, Ben, was would you rather vomit cum or cum vomit?
Yeah. Who said the maggot fleshlight one?
No. I think that was someone in the comments last week.
Yeah.
And possibly you. Not sure what you were smoking when you said Buller will get the Dally M. I believe I was fucked up on whiskey. Might have been smoking something, but I believe whiskey is the culprit for that. I'll do better next year.
A bold call. A bold call.
If I'm here next year, I will do better. I promise you that. And now here it is. Here is the comment of the week and possibly comment of the year. Which NRL player would you choose to help you fight a dinosaur?
Yeah. And then you asked him what type of dinosaur, and he specified
Tyrannosaurus.
A Tyrannosaurus Rex.
All right. So let's have a look here at these teams, specifically this week. I think if I want someone who's not going to bitch out, I'm taking Jake Trbojevic and possibly Jared Warrior-Hargraves. These cunts aren't going to bitch out, and I know they're like, I'm going to be able to stand behind them, you know? I'm not picking Tommy. I'm not picking Connor Watson, maybe. James Tedesco is just going to fall over as soon as he tries to run away. Yeah, give me Jake Trbojevic, I think. Matthew.
Yeah, listen. A T-Rex is too big of a challenge for any two men, let alone two rugby league players. So you got to think about someone who's willing to be fearless and put their life on the line for you, but also smart, because as we know, as Steven Spielberg has told us, if you stand perfectly still, the T-Rex can't see you, right? So you're not going to pick someone too crazy because they're not going to stand still. I like the Jake Trbojevic pick, to be honest. I feel like he would work with you for on a solution to this T-Rex problem.
I've never met Jake in my life. He would have my back in this hypothetical.
Yeah, but mind you, I also feel like having a bit of agility in this situation is going to be really important. So, maybe a Kalen Ponga or someone who's good at stepping, weave his way through the T-Rex's legs is going to be good. Maybe you go with like a what's his name? The winger for the Brian To'o. He's got a bit of everything. He's got some speed. He's got some strength. He's stout. Maybe he's not so easy to bite. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go with Brian To'o.
Yeah. Harry's picked Brandon Smith, Ben, so you can't pick the cheese. Who have you got, Benjamin?
I'm going to infantilize such a stupid comment.
All right.
Wait,
don't move on so quickly.
Ben, we infantilize your stupid hypotheticals every week. 90% of them have cum and foreskin involved.
Why Lomax?
Because there's something about those eyes being close together. It's going to help with the dinosaur.
Okay. So what do we got?
Fair explanation.
What do we got? Jake, we got Ponga, and we got Lomax. Okay, that's a good spread. Did you pick Ponga, Matt?
No, I have To'o.
Oh, To'o, of course. That's a really good pick. I'm not going to infantilize William Pearson's third comment. Fuck off, cunt. Harry writes, Ben is on it regarding the sports bar thing. Fuck spending $10 per beer while not being able to smoke and grind your shoes into Mike's couch. Yeah.
How about Harry? Good guy.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. We'll go to whose place would you rather watch the footy at, Ben? Yours or Harry's?
Probably.
Keep in mind, Harry can't watch the footy at his place because his TV is broken.
I think my place.
So, yeah. Where is it specifically? Where is your place, just in case?
Football is a dish best served solo.
Do you think we could all sit in the same room and watch it on our phones and like sync up?
Yeah, we could, but I'd probably just cry.
That'd be bad.
That wouldn't be fun at all. Ben, come out with us. Have fun.
Yeah, you should have fun.
Yeah, I just got to organise this thing with Sam, and then I'll see. I'll go from there.
What is it? Is it a possible business venture?
No, we're gonna go kayaking on the kayak.
Kayaking.
Yeah, you're golfing and you're kayaking.
I went kayaking yesterday.
Doing a lot of hanging out with Sam and not Matt and I.
I didn't
Good to
hang
see
out with
where
Sam.
your bread is buttered.
It was
Very
one
good.
golf game.
It's okay. No, you got all the money now. You don't need us. You got the $100 and you're about to get all the money from this. You don't need us anymore. That's
Yeah, you guys, neither of you
You've disappeared.
Invited me to your fancy houses.
I mean, you were invited to mine at the Roosters Titans game for sure.
Yes, you were.
You and your father. Yep. And for the State of Origin as well.
That was my invite over to your home.
Yeah.
Anyways, are those all the comments?
That's all of them. Yep.
Okay. Well, I have, as I said last week after the episode, I have some stats to share with you guys if you're interested.
Yeah, terrific. I'm here.
So I have run the numbers. As you know, as everyone knows who watches this channel, we do a thumbnail, and we like to put obviously ourselves in the thumbnail, and also we like to put players or other people we're talking about in the episode in the thumbnail. And I have run the numbers. Sorry, Ben. I know I speak in paragraphs. Just stay with me. I've run the numbers on who has appeared the most times in the thumbnails, and I have a top 5 Now, before I say this top 5, do you guys have any predictions on who might be number 1, 2, 3?
Me.
Trell.
No, not Adokar. Adokar probably has only been once. Nathan Cleary.
Okay.
And Latrell. Latrell's number 1.
Tino. I'm going to say Tino.
Tino's been out for a lot of the year, so he hasn't really come up. If anything, just once. Without looking. And I did look last week. Yeah, what have we got? Trell, Nath. There needs to be a Roosters player in there. Probably Angus Crichton.
All right,
DCE.
you ready for me to get into it?
Yeah, okay, go.
Okay, top 5. In 5th place, it is a 5-way tie. Okay? On 3 appearances,
wow.
The following players. James Tedesco.
Yeah, slips.
Payne Haas.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Trbojevic.
Mm-hmm.
Jerome Luai, favorite of the show. And this one surprised me. Corey Horsburgh.
Oh, yeah, Big Red. Of course we're talking about the horse all the time.
We love the horse. So all of those guys are on 3 appearances. In 4th, on 4 appearances, is Sean Johnson.
Okay.
We talked about him a lot last year when he had his Renaissance year.
Okay.
In 3rd place, on 6 appearances, is Nathan Cleary, the best player in the game.
Yeah.
In 2nd, on 7 appearances, Reece Walsh.
Okay, yeah.
The prettiest player in the game. And 1st, no surprise, 8 appearances, Latrell Mitchell.
Congratulations, Chunk. He's our favorite. He's always into something. He's always doing something.
He's always in the news. What can you say?
Always got his nose in something like that.
Yeah, and there were heaps of people who made 2 appearances, like 20 to 30. But shout out to Lizzo for appearing twice amongst those.
Lizzo got 2. Also, Dan. I know we only mentioned him briefly last week, but Dan Ganganade. What's his name? Buck, the player for the Hawthorn Hawks, got into a little trouble last week in the AFL as well. So shout out to Just the Tip curse.
Yeah, good. It continues.
All right. Hypothetical, Benjamin. Have you got one? Have you prepared one?
I kind of half didn't.
Half didn't?
Half didn't. Ooh, so does that mean you half did?
No. You'd think so, but no.
You would think so.
So you full didn't.
Would you rather? You got to choose between these 2.
You got to choose one of these 2.
There's no way you're as tired as you're acting. Like, just pep up.
Would you rather make love
mm-hmm.
to a beautiful woman, but she's like 100 years old? Or you got to make love to the ugliest woman in the world, and she's your age.
Okay.
Hot Hundy.
Yeah. Give me Hot Hundy. Yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter. She's the Hot Hundy.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Triple J's hottest one Hundy.
Hot Hundy, Triple J.
JTT hottest one Hundy.
We write something, we get shit. We need to be writing shit out. Cut all that one.
Would you rather have no leg hair, but it's all on your feet?
Ooh.
Or would you rather have no arm hair, but all the hair's on your hands? And when I say your feet, it's wrapped around. It's like on the bottom. You're slipping when you're barefoot.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't we have pads?
But then you have little pads. You're almost like a dog. You have pad and like the fur comes between your hands, maybe. Yeah. Which would you rather?
I want the one with it's not on my hands, because then I can't jerk off.
You want the feet? I mean, you could jerk off with furry hands. It might feel better.
Furry hands could actually be really nice to jerk off, like a
natural. You could do like a light little like ASMR sort of thing on you, like that. With little brush, little butterfly kisses. That'd be nice. It's not plugged in. I can see it's not plugged in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the no hair on the legs, hair on the feet, because in both situations it's shit, right? Hairy feet, hairy hands. But at least with the feet, you can put them in shoes. I could create some sort of sock that's going to allow for the least amount of slippage, maybe a rubber sock, and just kind of hide that, and whip it off at night. At the beach, yeah, that would suck. In bed, would be nice to cuddle with, but on your hands, that's weird.
Can't hide that.
No hair in your arms and a really hairy paw. That's freak show shit.
Okay, no brainer.
Yeah, here's a hypothetical.
I think you've already done one shit hypothetical, Ben. I think it's Matt's turn. It's Matt's turn. No, you blew your load already.
No, I get a second dip. If you have
let me go, Ben. Save it for next week.
Yeah, okay. Save it. Write it down.
My hypothetical does not involve cum, so I apologize in advance. If you could pick one person that you know personally who has died, and they get to reincarnate but start their life as a baby that you have to care for. So essentially, someone who's died, and now you are raising that person as your child. Who would you pick?
I don't know, like heaps of people who have died. Mostly family members. Is it someone who's like I know, or someone who maybe in your circle?
Your dad,
former Cowboys coach.
Yeah, or maybe with a couple degrees of separation.
I'm gonna pick your dad. Let me think.
Yeah, who would you pick? Who would you pick?
You tell me. Who you?
I mean, my obvious answer is picking my great grandma Nana Phyllis, who died at 99.
Obviously.
And just
Nana Phyllis's nappies, bro.
Yeah, sure. But she probably changed my nappies at some point, so full circle.
She'd love it though.
And I'll raise her as a 21st century woman. Yeah,
do they have the person's memory?
Let's say at the age of 18, they get all the memories back magically. And when they turn 18, you have to break the news to them that you're their great-grandson or whatever the relation is.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to pick my dad because my dad will be very upset about how Essendon have done nothing since he died. So it's been a while as well.
Yeah. My stat.
I guess my grandfather. I mean, that's the only person who's died recently as well. I can't think of anybody off the dome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll belt him like he belted his kids. Ben, who are you picking?
Yeah, just like Tiger Woods.
It's
not dead, I don't think.
Not dead. Yeah.
Also not related.
Yeah, that's okay.
But a tied answer? A tied answer is an answer, Matt. So don't.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't get on him with your pompousness.
It's a hypothetical. Hypothetically, they're not related.
Well, I believe Matt said they had to be related.
And factually not dead.
Yeah.
But thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Yep. Thanks for participating.
Appreciate
in this hypothetical correctly. That's all I got.
So I'm on the Doys, and I believe you two are on the Sharks, right?
Yep.
And we're all on the Roosters. All three of us are on the Roosters, the red, white, and Bluesters.
Yeah, the red, white, and Bluesters.
How about that, huh? Should we do a thumbnail?
I could thumb.
What a poor quality episode.
Let's not put this up.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have to put this up.
Then what's going on?
I love how you say things. I love how you say things like you have any sort of authority in this trio.
Mate, started this trio. You just said you might quit. You might quit.
If I'm welcomed back, we'll see.
What
are we going to do for our thumbs?
I don't know. Maybe this.
I might go back here. I'll do another with a thumbnail while I'm back here. That's always seems to be fun.
Yeah. It'll be EP Ben, EP Cranky. Very nice. Good stuff. All right. You know what to do.
All right.
You got 2 jobs.
They're getting worse. Bye. Grab your clucks when you see Tupac. Call the cops when you see Tupac. Oh.